Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel for a brand new video on WRC 9. We're back with the WRC 9 career mode episode number 2, still in the Citroen motorhome. The WRC 3 season is on, and if you haven't checked out the first episode, go and check it out. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I'm just going to say it was a very good start of the season with the Monte Carlo rally. But as you can see right here, get a manufacturer tryout with Hyundai, got some resting to do, and after that we're going to be having the Swedish rally, which is the first snowy rally on WRC 9, and I'm actually really looking forward to see if they've changed or modified a little bit the physics on snow. But I feel like the physics on snow were very good, and yeah, it just felt very good. It felt like a gravel but a little bit lighter, something like that. I don't really know how to explain it to you, but the physics were fine on snow, so I'm not expecting big changes on that. So doing now the manufacturer tryout with Hyundai, as you can see that yellow spot on the left hand side of your screen. It's pretty much the indicator, it's the distance that we need to achieve so that we can increase our reputation with Hyundai. So that's pretty much all about it. And yeah, so we're driving the Hyundai R5. We need to increase our reputation with other teams so that we can move on to the next category of cars, the WRC2 category. That's why we're doing those manufacturer trials, so that we can secure a contract later on. And as you can see right here, going to be just about progressing through the yellow mark, and that means we have successfully now completed this tryout.
Into left 5 long, don't cut. Into hairpin right, don't cut. House in, 50. Right 4, small cut, hairpin right, 150. Right 4 short, don't cut, into left 5, narrow.
A few more seconds to go and it's done. The Hyundai tryout is done, and this is 100% successfully completed. So increasing just a little bit the experience, but most of all we're doing this so that we can increase our reputation with the rest of the team, so we can have more chances of getting a contract from one of those teams. Well, as you can see right here, we've got a historic race after the Swedish rally, and I'm probably going to be doing this to end this episode on a pretty high note or a low note, depends on my result there. But now we're ready for the Swedish rally. For them wondering, we're going to be increasing the difficulty up to 130% after having a pretty easy job with 120% AI on the difficulty, 120% difficulty in Monte Carlo. So that's pretty much why I'm going to be increasing it. But I feel like because the AI is in general easy around Sweden, I don't know about this game, but WRC the AI was quite easy around Sweden. So I don't know how well we can actually decide if 130% AI is good enough for us here in Sweden. So it's still not confirmed what kind of AI we're going to be using for this career mode, but for the time being, 130% AI. A snowy Sweden there. I feel like it's raining at the same time, or not. It might be. I think it might be raining. Yeah, it is raining. So rainy first stage. Let's get into it without further ado, and driving the Citroen WRC3, wipers on, and let's get ready for this first stage around Sweden. Hopefully we can do well. And I feel like the Swedish stages are very enjoyable because the physics on snow are quite fun, and it's also one of the few rallies that have fairly long straights and some technical points. It doesn't have very narrow stages though, which is probably a negative considering the ability that Kiloton has in creating narrow stages. But I still find these stages very enjoyable for the speed and wideness they have. It's like Finland, but it's much better. Like, I hate Finland on this game, but Sweden is actually very enjoyable because it also has the technical parts. It just doesn't have the narrowness.
Left 6 short at 100. Right 6 narrows, into left 5 tightens over crest. Right 4 short, don't cut, into flat left, into jump maybe over crest, 50. Caution, hard brake, square left, small cut, and right 5 long, 60. Left 4 short, and right 5, 50. Caution, right 6 tightens 3, 50. Left 6 over
Ooh,
crest.
slightly around wide there. Something I've noticed, you see those little buses at the edges of the road, they actually slow you down quite a lot on this game, which didn't happen on WRC 8. You would just you could just get through those and nothing would happen, but in this game they actually slow you down, which is a nice way to sort of say to the player, okay, you shouldn't cap there. Now we got the big jump coming up. This is one of my favorite places around Sweden. Let's see, can we get a huge jump around here? Oh god, we just passed all the middle boards there. That must be a world record. I lost the back end there at the braking. That's gonna be a huge mistake. I was coming with a lot of speed there into a heavy braking zone, and that's gonna mess up my run there. But I feel like it's not gonna cost a lot of time. Let's see the gap now as this sector ends. But it's a 3.4 second gap still. Didn't lose a lot of time, but still, what a jump that was. That was absolutely worth the spinning there. That must have been a record jump for WRC3, even for the WRC category. But yeah, this proves that the jump physics are still a little bit broken. The car can jump like crazy. WRC 2.0 jumping is even more unrealistic, but still, that was a huge jump considering we're still on a WRC3 car. Imagine what we can do on a WRC car. I can't even imagine how far we can jump there. But yeah, that was one of the most enjoyable moments of this stage. It's always enjoyable to go over that jump for the first time on the WRC games. So as you can see, 7.8 seconds ahead of March Osberg and 8.5 ahead of Stefan Sarazan. So that is another great start to a rally. Probably 130% AI, still a little bit easy for me, but we're yet to find out. I'm telling you, this sort of rally is a bit of an easy rally in all sense. I like snow on the game, and also the AI is generally slow around here. So still 130%. We will try 135% eventually on a future episode, probably the next one. But for the time being, we're going to be using 130 and see how it does. If 135 is very hard, we're going to be back to 130 and something like that. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge because at the moment we're getting used to the game, and we're also trying to find the right difficulty for us. So until we find the right difficulty, we're just gonna have fun with the game and enjoy this experience to the fullest.
Junction square left, bail out 40. Big jump over bridge 30. Right 3, don't cut, opens. And flat left 30. Right 5, into left 5, 30. Left 3, don't cut, very long, 200 and finish.
Final corner, gotta go full throttle through there. Ignore the third left corner there. But across the finish line at 152.8, and it's probably going to be a fairly dominant performance. 12.6 seconds ahead of Forsberg. Didn't really make a lot of mistakes here. Probably one around the first sort of a lap, let's just call it. And still now, overall, 20.5 seconds ahead of Forsberg. That's a pretty dominant display so far, if you ask me. Now we're going to repair the car and get ready for the next two stages. And for anyone wondering, yes, actually WRC3 and WRC2 on the game only have 2 days, whereas on WRC you have 3 days, and that's what makes it more difficult and why we're never capable of winning a WRC championship, because you have to be very consistent, you have to take care of the car. For example, like you always have on the WRC a near stage, and if you go to the stage with a damaged car, then that's pretty much it for you. That's game over, because you're gonna lose a lot of time. The stage is a long stage, and you're probably gonna lose around 15 to 20 seconds. You could lose a rally literally on the final stage, and that's what makes this game, this career mode sort of, this format of rally on the game at least, makes it fairly interesting for me, because you're literally on the edge of your seat every single moment, unless you really have a dominant display. Like I remember in Argentina, WRC2, we had there was a near stage as the final stage, and I had a 23-second gap from second position, Pontus Tideman, and on the final stage we just had a very bad display, not any huge mistakes or something like that, just a very bad display, and we lost, and we actually ended up third, from first to third. So, you know, it's the unexpected that we love on WRC, in all honesty. So this is actually the third stage, and it's the reverse of the stage with a huge jump. So let's see how well we can do around here. We've got a 20-second gap. Let's see if we can increase it, and it seems like we can, as we already have a 3.6-second gap onto the first sector. But as you can see, these little buses there, they really are a bit of a mess. If you touch them just a little bit, they slow you down massively. So if anyone is actually trying to see that game competitively, watch out for those buses if you ever find yourself on an esports Swedish event or something like that.
And crest into right left 4. Into brake for right 1, 50. Left 4, 50. Right 4, medium. Into left 4, 100. Left 3, medium, tighten. And flat right into crest, into flat left, 100. Right 6, tightens 3, long, 150. 100. Right 6, into left 5, tightens over crest. Into right 4, tightens 3.
15.4-second gap. That's just huge if you ask me. That's going to be a very good stage. Very strong stage so far. Really enjoying it. And the conditions are actually very good. It's sunny, not rain or anything like that. And we seem to be doing very well.
Left 6 and right 5, 150 over bumps. Right 4, open.
Oh god. That was very lucky there by me. That could have ended everything. Well, you can see there we have some damage there, suspension and braking damage. So that was a bit of a mistake. That shouldn't have happened. I was very high speed and I was not in the middle of the track where I should have been. But either way, it just happened right at the end, and a 4:47.1, not really going to mess up our stage so much. Only lost 2/10 here on the final sector. 50.6-second gap from Osberg, overly up to 36.2 seconds, and 44 from Saracen. So now with a slightly damaged car, let's just hope we're not going to damage it anymore, and we're just going to get those 5 points out of Sweden, come out of Sweden with yet another set of 30 points. 2 out of 2, imagine if we can do that. 2 out of 2, 30 points on our first 2 rallies on this game, despite the difficulty being a little bit tweaked. It's still a bit of an achievement for me, if you ask me. Like, I feel like, you know, 120%, okay, that was a bit too easy, but 130% is a good amount of difficulty. It's not that easy. It's like literally 20% difficulty before realistic, which I've never raced on, and I don't think like realistic, it just makes the game so hard. You need to be like esports ready if you want to do realistic level. Like if you can beat the realistic AI, then make sure to go to esports. That's all I'm gonna say. They have some amazing times on the realistic AI. I feel like they're even better than the esport one or something like that, but I don't know if that's true. I might be talking shit now, but I'm gonna leave this whole stage on, so I'm gonna let you enjoy some raw gameplay of this. It's actually a short stage and it is the power stage, so let's just try and get those 5 extra points, and yeah, I'm gonna let you enjoy for a little bit the gameplay of WRC 9 around Sweden.
And caution, flat right brake for square left, big cut, opens. Into right 3 and left 3. Into crest and right 6, very long, tightens 4, short. Into left 5, opens, 30. Right 3, opens. Into left 2, short, opens, 50. And left 5, tightens, brake, into right 2, short, opens. Into right 4 short and left 6, into bump, into left 3, 100. Left 5 medium, bumpy, into right 1 around rock. into flat left, 200 over bumps.
If anyone is actually wondering if I can go any faster, yes I can, but since I'm faster than this AI, I'm not really trying to do anything crazy. So yeah, I can actually go faster. Goodbye sign there. But yeah, I can go faster obviously, but I'm just trying to still learn the game, still learn like the boundaries of the car and of the physics engine and the handling model, you know, everything. It's just my second episode of this series, so bear with me for some time, but we're gonna have a lot of fun in this game, I can already tell.
Left 5, 30. Right 4 short, narrows, into left 4, keep in. Into right 3 for finish.
Oh god, that was a fail army finish there. Jesus, that was a bad finish. But as you can see right here, 5 points in the bag yet against the fans. Sarazan actually getting 4 points after this. Mant with 3, Humbertus Gondola with 2, and Johan Kristoffersen with 1 point out of this power stage. But despite that, Sarazan is only going to get 3rd, Kristoffersen 4th, and Humbertus Gondola 5th. As me, winning yet again, 30 points in the bag, 25 plus 5 makes us 30 points in the bag, and I'm very happy to see that we've got 2 out of 2. Yeah, don't mess with me. That was 130% AI. 130% AI, and we've just dominated by a whole minute from Osberg. So, is that because it's Sweden? Is that because 130% AI is very easy? We're gonna find out on the next episode. And I'm actually gonna do a historic event. I'm gonna put it on 135% for the historic event. So, I know it's not really a good comparison, a historic event with a WRC 3 event to compare the AI, but I'm still gonna do that so that it gets out of your mind and I'm cheating or something like that. But it's 60 points in the back. There you have it. Already opened up a gap of 27 points from 70 points. I'm sorry, my maths are a little bit off. I haven't started maths in 3 to 4 months. But 17 points now, the gap from Osberg, and that's going to give us a lot of resource points, as you can see right there. We've got a lot of work to do by the time we get back to the motorhome. Let's just pay our repair costs for the time being. I actually love the soundtrack on this game. There's so many good songs. Like, I love this song and everything, but like in the previous game we had a very boring soundtrack, but this game actually has amazing soundtracks. I actually really like them. But what we're going to be doing, upgrading the reserves. I want more reserves in the team. We're also going to be getting the corporate skill, which is going to increase experience, money, and reputation rewards for each team objective. I want that as well, so that we can get more points and money easily. And I also want to upgrade reliability. As you can see right here, I want the shock absorber for the suspension, and also the turbo resistance I'm probably going to be doing. Tire wear, we haven't faced any issues yet, and I feel like we're not going to face any issues because of the 2-day and only special stages rallies that we're having at the moment. So for the time being, these are very important because the damage has been a bit of an issue so far. But to end this episode on a very good note, we're going to be having a historic stage around Germany with my favorite rally car of all time, the Ford Focus RS of 2007. And if you didn't know that was my favorite rally car, well, you're not a real huge OG fan from me. But I made that video on Dirt Rally 2.0 on this car. I think it was a 2006 Ford though, not a 2007. I'm not really sure, but it was still the same car, and I've already said that this is my favorite rally car of all time. This and probably the Mark 1 Focus. Like, I love both the cars, but this one has literally grown on me because I used to watch this car driven by Gronholm and Haven when I was little, and it just stayed on my mind. You know, I was not a Leb fan, I was always a Ford fan. I had posters and all that. Like, I love this car. So I hopefully, oh god, I was about to take a curved herb in there, but it was actually straight up. Completely forgot about this stage. Third person, let's see the car. Okay, I can't drive on third person. Gotta get it back to the first person camera. But I've already told you I'm gonna be making separate videos on each historic car. Probably the first two are gonna be the DLC ones, and then the 2-3 ones like Sarah and the Focus. But there you go, we are actually driving it way before. Oh god, I've lost it. Oh god, that's a huge crash there. but you know, I'm already driving the Focus before the special gameplay I'm going to be making, but already we've had one bad sector, so 135% AI might be a little bit too difficult, especially here around Germany. So 30.6 second gap. Of course we made a few mistakes, but still that's a huge gap there. So is the 135% AI too hard? I'm not gonna compare it with this event, because this event is a bit of a special historic event. It might be a little bit too hard. So on the next episode, which is probably gonna be the Argentinian rally if I'm not mistaken, we're still gonna have 135% AI, and that will be the real test. Probably another episode with 135% AI. I want to give 135% AI a chance, because I feel like it's probably a little bit harder than the AI is on 135 is better than me, and I still want to push myself to extract more speed from it, because I want to take this game a little bit more seriously, probably competitively, with the Rally Style DLC coming out on December. So I want to take this game a little bit seriously, and I want to push myself a little bit more with this game. But of course this is a series, and if I find myself stressing out too much with 135% AI, of course I'm gonna decrease it back to 130 and just enjoy the career mode, so that you can actually also enjoy the series. But I'm gonna stop talking, let you enjoy this engine sound, because it sounds very well. This sounds like the real Ford Focus RS, and I absolutely love it.
And left 6 into right 6. For left 5 into caution, right 4 don't cut, and left 5 short, keep in into right 4, 80. Hard brake, hairpin right and flat right, long. Left 5 long, keep in, tightens into kinks over 50. Into flat right, into left 4, short, into right 6, keep in. And left 5 short, narrows 100. Caution, hard brake for hairpin left. And keep right over crest into kinks and left.
So it's crazy, because on the previous game I've never had fun driving these historic cars, but this time around I'm enjoying them so much. I've already recorded the videos on the Quattro and the Corolla. They feel absolutely amazing. I'm going to be talking about these cars separately on those videos, but the historic cars, at least the new ones that I've tried, they feel amazing. Despite my mistakes and my terrible driving, these cars actually drive very well. They are very enjoyable. The handling is amazing. It's also the tarmac physics being perfect on this game. For some weird reason, they just feel amazing. But 24.2 second gap from the lead, obviously finishing last. That was a terrible performance by me, but still the car felt amazing. Of course I made a few mistakes. This was also 135% difficulty, so it might just be a little bit too hard for us, but we'll see about that on the next episodes. We might decrease it later on to the series, but for now I just want to push myself a little bit more, as I've told you previously, and get a little bit more speed out of me. But for now, amazing car. Germany, of course, very hard stages around Germany. You have to be on the absolute limit on those narrow, high-speed, fast corners. Some call it same as Japan, but it really isn't. Japan is much easier and much wider than Germany, so Germany still is the hardest tarmac rally, but Japan, I would say, is the more enjoyable. But I will be making a separate video on the Japanese rally, obviously. And yeah, there's so many videos coming out on this game in the next days, so probably daily uploads on this game, because I've got a lot of content, I've recorded a lot, and I have a lot of free time to pause this game and play this game so much. So loving this game for the time being. Hope you enjoyed as well. If you enjoyed, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to my channel, because I know that 85% of you watching right now are not subscribed, and this makes me mad. Please subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content and want to be pretty much informed about new WRC videos. Make sure you turn on the bell for notifications on, and yeah, make sure you also follow me on Twitter, because I actually tweet quite a lot and I communicate with you guys. Make sure you join my Discord server where you chat a lot there, and yeah, I'll catch you very soon for the next WRC 9 video. Goodbye.